In the annals of true crime history, few cases have captured the public imagination quite like that of the Zodiac killer. A shadowy figure who stalked the streets of the San Francisco Bay Area in the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Zodiac remains one of the most enigmatic and elusive serial killers of all time. The saga of the Zodiac began on December 20th, 1968, with the brutal murders of two young lovers, Betty Lou Jensen and David Faraday. The couple had been enjoying a romantic evening together, parked on a secluded lover's lane near Vallejo, California, when tragedy struck. As they sat in Faraday's car, a mysterious figure approached and opened fire, killing them both in cold blood. The killings sent shockwaves through the tight-knit community of Vallejo, leaving residents terrified and law enforcement baffled. Who could be capable of such a heinous crime, and what possible motive could they have? The answers, it seemed, lay hidden in the darkness, waiting to be revealed. Just a few months later, on July 4th, 1969, the Zodiac struck again, this time targeting another young couple, Darlene Ferrin and Michael Mageau. The pair had been enjoying a quiet evening together, parked in a remote spot on the outskirts of Vallejo, when a car pulled up beside them. Moments later, the driver opened fire, unleashing a barrage of bullets that left both victims critically wounded. Miraculously, Mageau survived his injuries and was able to provide police with a description of the shooter, a man wearing a hooded costume with a symbol of a crosshair on his chest. It was a chilling detail that would become synonymous with the Zodiac killer and his reign of terror. But the Zodiac's reign of terror was far from over. Over the next few years, he would go on to claim the lives of several more victims, taunting police and the public alike with a series of cryptic letters and ciphers sent to local newspapers. Perhaps the most infamous of these letters was one received by the San Francisco Chronicle in July 1969, in which the Zodiac claimed responsibility for the murders of Jensen and Faraday, as well as Ferrin and Mageau. In the letter, he provided details of the murder of a cab driver named Paul Stein, who had been shot and killed in his taxi in San Francisco's Presidio Heights neighborhood on October 11, 1969. But it was not just the murders themselves that captivated the public's attention. It was the Zodiac's eerie letters and cryptic ciphers, each one filled with bizarre symbols and chilling threats. In one letter, he claimed to have killed as many as 37 people, though only 5 murders have been definitively linked to him. Despite an exhaustive investigation by law enforcement agencies in California and beyond, the Zodiac killer was never caught, and his true identity remains one of the greatest mysteries in the annals of true crime. Over the years, numerous suspects have been named and investigated, but none have ever been definitively linked to the crimes. One of the most tantalizing clues in the case came in 2004, when the San Francisco Chronicle received a letter from someone claiming to be the Zodiac's daughter. In the letter, the woman claimed that her father had passed away in 1992 and provided a sample of his DNA for comparison. However, when the DNA was tested against samples taken from the crime scenes, there was no match, leaving investigators once again at a dead end. To this day, the true identity of the Zodiac killer remains a mystery, his crimes shrouded in darkness, and his motives known only to himself. But while the Zodiac may have eluded capture, his legacy lives on, a haunting reminder of the fragility of life and the depths of human depravity. And as long as his identity remains unknown, the legend of the Zodiac killer will continue to captivate the imaginations of true crime enthusiasts and amateur sleuths alike, a chilling testament to the enduring power of mystery and the darkness that lurks within us all.